Hi, mis amores. We're back to reading. Don't mind the hair, guys. It was raining cats and dogs earlier this morning, so my hair is in its full glory. Okay, guys, we're back to reading. I think we're on page, let's see. We're on page 21. Oh yeah, I didn't understand the warning, but now I understand it. Once I finally convinced her to come home with me, we stayed up the whole night talking, and with the expectations of a few times during vacations spent out of the country, Gail and I have talked every day since. We laugh a lot, mostly about ourselves. She has helped me through demotions, near firing, sexual harassment, tea, and the twisted and messed up relationships of my 20s. When I couldn't tell the difference between myself and a doormat, night after night, Gail listens to the latest rueful tale of how I've been stood up, lied to, done wrong. She'd always ask for details. We call it book, chapter, and verse. Then seem as engaged as if it were happening to her. She never judged me, yet when I'd let some man use me, she'd often say, He's just tripping, he's just chipping away at your spirit. One day, I hope he chips deep enough for you to see who you really are and someone who deserves to be happy. And all my transfers and every good and great thing that has ever happened to me, Gail has been my boldest cheerleader. Of course, no matter how much money I make, she still worries that I'm still spending too much. Remember MC Hammer? She chides as though I'm one purchase away from following in the footsteps of the rapper who went bankrupt. And in all ears together, and in all our ears together, I have never sensed even a split second of jealousy from her. She loves her life. She loves her family. She loves discount shopping enough to scalp across town for a sale on Tide. Only once has she admitted to wanting to trade places with me. The night I sang on stage with Tina Turner. She cannot carry a tune in a church pew, fantasizes about being a singer. Gail is the nicest person I know, genuinely interested in everyone's story. She's the kind of person who will ask a cab driver in New York if he has any kids. What are their names? She'll say. Then I'm down. When I'm down, she shares my pain. When I'm up, she can believe she's somewhere in the background, cheering louder and smiling broader than anyone else. Sometimes I feel like Gail is the better part of myself, the part that says, no matter what, I'm here for you. What I know for sure is that Gail is a friend I can count on. She has taught me the joy of having and being a true friend. Page 23, guys. Getting three new pups at the same time wasn't the smartest decision I ever made. I acted in impulse, charmed by their cute little faces, intoxicated by that sweet puppy breath, and underbite on puppy number three, Layla. When I spent weeks getting up at all hours of the night with them, I picked up pounds of poop and spent hours pupping training so they would have good manners. It was a lot of work. I was sleep deprived. That's how I felt taking care of Bur- Bandit. I almost forgot his name. Oops. Love you, Bandit, Honey Bunch. Miss you. It was a lot of work. I was sleep deprived and constantly frazzling from trying to keep three at a time from destroying all my worldly goods. Whoa, did I gain a big new respect for mothers of real babies? All this puppy love was starting to get to my nerves. So I had to make a paradigm para para dig predicament shift. Predicament predicament. one day while walking One day while walking them, I stood and watched them frolic. And do I mean frolic? Rolling, tumbling, chasing, laughing. Yes, dogs laugh. And leaping like bunnies. They were having so much fun, and seeing them that way made my whole body sigh, relax, and smile. New life discovering a field of grass for the first time. What a wonder. New life discovering a field of grass for the first time. What a wonder. We all get the opportunity to feel wonder every day, but we've been fueled into numbness. Have you ever driven home from work, opened your front door, and asked yourself how you got there? I know for sure that I don't want to live a shut down life, desensitized to feeling and seeing. I want every day to be a fresh start on explaining what is possible, one experiencing joy on every level. I love building a fire in my fireplace. What a sense of accomplishment it is to stack the wood exactly right, pyramid style, and have the flames shoot up without using a starter log. I don't know why that's so rewarding for me, but it is. As a young girl, I dreamed of being a Girl Scout that could never afford the uniform. I I'm sorry. As a young girl, I dreamed of being a Girl Scout, but could never afford the uniform. A fire is even better when it's pouring rain outside. And it's absolutely the best when I finished my work, checked my emails, and unplugged, and I'm ready to read. Everything I do all day, I do in preparation for my reading time. Give me a great novel or memoir, some tea, and a cozy spot to curl up in, and I'm in heaven. I love to live in another person's thoughts. I marvel at the book. I marvel at the bonds I feel with people who come alive on the page, regardless of how different their circumstances might be from mine. I not only feel I know these people, but I also recognize more of myself. Insight, information, knowledge, inspiration, power, all that and more can come through a good book. I can't imagine where I'd be or who I'd be without the essential tools of reading. For sure, I for sure wouldn't have gotten my first job in radio at the age of 16. I was touring the radio station in Nashville when the DJ asked, "Do you want to hear how your voice sounds on tape?" I handed me a piece of news copy and microphone. "You ought to hear this, girl," he explained to his boss. There began my broadcasting career. Shortly thereafter, the station hired me to read the news on the air. After years of reciting poetry to whomever would listen and reading everything I could get my hands on, someone was going someone was going to pay me to do what I love, read out loud. Books for me used to be a way to escape. You guys want to know something? So my sister gave me this book, right? like like hearing her saying like reading is like means so much to her. Reminds me of my sister Laura, which is my sister who gave me this book. When we were younger, like we were poor, right? So like my mom would buy us books. Well, my mom would buy my sister books, my sister and Laura books, and like my mom's way of punishing my sister was by taking away her books. And then my sister would cry. She was like, "No, not that book." Like, I still laugh at her to this day. I was like, "Bro, remember when you used to laugh remember when you used to cry when mom would take away your books?" I thought that was so funny. Like, anyways. After years of reciting poetry to whomever would listen and reading everything I could put my hands on, someone was going to pay me to do what I love, read out loud. Books for me used to be a way to escape. I now consider reading a good book a scared indulgence, a chance to be any place I choose. It is my absolute favorite way to spend time. What I know for sure is that reading opens you up. It exposes you and gives you access to anything your mind can hold. What I love most about reading, it gives you the ability to reach higher ground and keep climbing. Okay. Hi, my little honey butchie. My primary and most essential goal in life is to remain connected to the world of spirit. Everything else will take care of itself. This I know for sure. And my number one spiritual practice is trying to live the present moment, to resist projecting into the future or laminating past mistakes, to feel the real power of now. That, my friend, is the secret to a joyful life. If everybody remembered to live this way as children, as children do when they first arrive at this planet, it's what we hardened souls call innocence. We transform the world, playing, laughing, feeling joy. My favorite Bible verse, which I have loved since I was an 8-year-old girl, is Psalms 37:4. Hi, honey bunchy. Sorry, I was reading. Oh my gosh, I need water. Hi. I'm reading a book. I'm only gonna read one more page, and then I'm ending the chapter, and I'm going into resilience. My favorite Bible verse is Psalms 37:4. Delight thyself in the Lord, and he will give you the desire of your heart. This has been my mantra through my experience. Delight in the Lord, in goodness, kindness, and compassion, love, and see what happens. I dare you. Period. Wow. The next chapter is resilience. Barns burnt down. Now I can see the moon. It's written by Oprah Winfrey. My sister Laura gifted me this when I took care of her puppy. That was like, it wasn't her way of payment because she did pay me, but she did pay me in cash, but she also gifted me this. Can I like be Never mind. I'll save it for next time. Okay. Love you, mis amores. Don't forget, goza la vida. Bye, my little